Have Souls games ruined what we considered hard or difficult in gaming? Because after I posted a video criticizing Nintendo's difficulty when it comes to combat and some of their more recent AAA games, my comment section exploded. A lot of fans pushed back. Fair enough, I hear you and I get where you're coming from. But one word that kept coming up in the comment section that I noticed was punishing. And it let me know kind of where gamers' heads are at when it comes to the difficulty conversation. Now, I'm not asking for Nintendo to go full-blown Elden Ring, alright? But is it too much to ask for them to create some tougher boss fights off the beaten path that kids can't find, potentially, for their older, more loyal player base? Now, if you think about it, Nintendo already knows how to do difficulty right. Just look at the Lionel or the Gleeok. Both are fantastic optional enemies that, you know, give you a little bit of friction, but don't put you in a headlock for like 2 hours. At most, you're probably fighting them for maybe like 10 to 20 minutes before you defeat them if you're really struggling. And they're just very fun, unique enemies that are well choreographed. The Gleeok's a little rough around the edges, right? But still, they know how to make those challenging fights that are satisfying. And would it hurt to ask for more of that? Now back to the original question. So, Souls-like games have had a mixed impact on the community, in my opinion. High quality games, yes, a new standard for, difficulty has been set. But there's also been some negative side effects of that. Of course, you have the small part of the fan base, and that's a whole nother combo. But you also have this new thing where when someone says difficult, they jump to the high end of the spectrum and go straight to Elden Ring, when people need to remember that there's other ways for games to be difficult. And I think, again, the Lionel and the Gleeok are great examples of enemies that are above average, but don't put you, again, in that, beatdown mode for hours at a time. So hopefully I was able to help recalibrate your brain, and I'd love to hear from you. Would you like to see more, difficult-esque enemies in Nintendo games?